Hey, my bookish people, it's Nash Hudson here, and I am getting another spot of tea, but I'm also answering your questions from Undertow, giving some answers, a little bit more context as to sort of what happens here. And I'm flipping to a page here because I'm trying to make sure I understand why this question. So the next question that came in says, "Why did you begin the book the way you did?" And I remembered this question. The reader who asked this question had simply added some context. I just had to flip to chapter one so I could remember how the book began. Um, I can't recite it from memory. It's a doozy. I remember this reader asking specifically of all of the things. Oh, my screen just timed out. Of all of the things of all the places where you could have brought us into your story, why do you bring us into your story when you are getting ready to graduate from university? Like, why not begin with your first contract? Why not begin when you were a kid? Why not begin somewhere else? And to answer your question, I don't really know. It seems like the right spot to begin the book and the story. Um, I had no idea that when Undertow would come out, that it would mark actually 10 years since I graduated from university. So it was definitely a full circle moment, kind of rereading some of those chapters about being in college and seeing what God has done and the miracles He performed and the ways that He made. 10 years later, I would have never, like, sitting there on graduation day, I would have never envisioned that 10 years later that this would be in my hand with the diploma. Um, so it just seemed like the right spot to begin the book. Right before I was getting ready to graduate university. So I graduated in December, and I talk about how I was able to secure my first cruise ship contract that October, just a couple months before. And that just seemed like the right spot. Like, my undergraduate studies were coming to an end. I was getting ready to embark on this journey. And then it would be like the perfect transition to talk about kind of what was the next best step into this whole, career path that I had carved out for myself. So, to answer your question, I began the book the way I did because it just felt like the right place to start. So, thank you for asking that question. I really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys on the next video update. Be sure that you are liking, subscribing, bell notificating, all of the things, all the things. And I'll see you in the next update.